Hey, so we get ready for some big test automation acquisition news. Also, do you know the difference between testing and check-in? And if so, why you may be doing yourself more harm than good? Also, want to know what the decade-old security risk is in the #1 spot and the updated OWASP top 10 list. Find all the answers to these and other full stack automation testing, performance testing, site reliability and engineering, security testing, DevOps related news items in this edition of the TestGuild news show. So grab your favorite cup of coffee or tea and let's do this. Before we jump into it, if this episode has helped you in any way, why not like and comment down below to help support the show? It really helps the algorithm get out there the news to help spread automation awesomeness to the masses. And speaking of supporting the show, this episode of the TestGuild News Show is sponsored by the awesome folks at Applitools. Applitools is a next-generation test automation platform powered by visual AI that helps increase quality, accelerate delivery, and reduce costs with the world's most intelligent test automation platform. But I know you'd know that seeing is believing, so check it out yourself by definitely clicking on the link below to create your free account now. First up, automation news. All right, so let's kick it off what I think is one of the biggest news items of this week, and that is Perforce has acquired or is about to acquire BlazeMeter's continuous testing platform from Broadcom. Now, as you know, I am an acquisition junkie, and I've been predicting test companies acquiring other test companies for a while now. These companies keep getting bigger and bigger. And the reason why I think is that these companies want to have an end-to-end solution in place. And I first heard about this when it came up on my Twitter feed from my friend Iran Kinsbrunner. If you're not following Iran, definitely follow him. He is a mobile testing automation expert, so definitely someone that you should follow as well. And in the news release, it talks about how this acquisition actually builds on Perforce's growing application quality portfolio. If you don't know, BlazeMeter is a solution for load and performance testing and includes additional unified functionality, including API testing and monitoring in a single unified platform, which allows organizations to help speed digital transformations by shifting left and right. So I think this acquisition is right on trend of what we've all been seeing is how companies are trying to shift left and right. And to do that, you need a solution to help you all along the way. And as I've been saying, I'm into automation, not just UI automation, but full stack automation, which includes performance testing. And you're starting to see a lot of these companies starting to acquire performance testing solutions now. So you saw this a few months ago with Tricentis acquiring Neotis, and now you see Perfecto or Perforce acquiring BlazeMeter. So look for other large companies to start acquiring performance solutions as well. We also saw like a week ago or a few weeks ago, Grafana acquiring Key6. So that's just a key indicator to me that performance testing really is now a critical piece of the full automation pipeline that you as a tester need to know and get involved with, because it's definitely coming down. If all these solutions are starting to incorporate it in their solutions or their portfolio, probably means your company is going to start thinking that you're going to have to get involved with it as well. So just something good to know and keep your pulse on to get ready for when this shift actually occurs for you. So I don't know if it's me. I didn't know how to explain this correctly or in a way that would probably be persuasive. So I found this awesome news article. I think it actually breaks it down really well in a way I wish I was able to write myself. So this recently popped into my news stream. It is an article by Jonathan Hall on the distinction made between testing and checking is valuable, but the terminology is not. And I completely agree. This really caught my attention. If you actually click on the article, so Jonathan elaborates more in this article. I'll have a link to this in the comments down below. But the one point that really caught my attention was the normal definitions of test and check-in don't have the distinction that as testers we make. And we expect developers, project managers, or CEOs to adopt this new terminology is a lost cause. I'm not putting down the concept. I'm putting down what Jonathan actually lays out better than what I'm explaining. So definitely check it out in the links down below. This next article is really interesting on automating infrastructure and how it's a underlooked aspect of the software development lifecycle that a lot of people miss out on, and how developers can become automators by helping automate different parts of the infrastructure they need to develop software. So this week, Red Hat actually introduced Ansible Automation Platform 2 as the company's new standard for a hybrid cloud automation. And every time I see companies investing in tools or technology to help with this, it's just another indicator or something we should be paying attention to. And he gives over some points on how cloud native automation for cloud is a thing, the shift left self-contained automation for developers and IT operations, And there's a great quote in here by Joe Fitzgerald, the Vice President and General Manager at Ansible, that says, "We are seeing many organizations shift their automation priorities away from cost savings and towards agility and security." And just another cool piece of technology you should be aware of to help you create better, quicker, faster software in your software delivery pipeline. Also, my call for speakers for Automation Guild 2022 is still open. So if you haven't submitted your idea for a paper, definitely do it now. So to apply as a speaker, all you need to do is go to guildspeaker.com. I'll have a link to it in the comments down below. So the reason why I bring this up is this next news article can actually help you learn how to become a better speaker. And this is by Tristan Lombard. So just another person you should definitely be following. If you're not following Tristan, he really helps the testing community. So someone to keep your eye on always for any updates. And this latest is a video session he created for QA Touch on what story or talk can you deliver that needs to be told. So this actually covers if you ever wanted to deliver a quality talk, you definitely should check out his video on his advice for creating a quality talk. All right, this next article came my way via Scott Moore. As I mentioned in a previous episode, you definitely should follow Scott Moore for all things performance testing related, performance engineering related. And so he reshared a post from someone else on, so AWS has a new Prometheus-based container monitoring service that was shared by Patrick Wolf. So the article just announced a new cloud service to help customers keep a better eye on the performance of their Kubernetes managed container software deployments. And the reason why I bring it up is just like Patrick says, is that this is a sign that Prometheus has become a mainstream for observability. So it's a term you've been hearing a lot on this show. And so Kubernetes is a technology you've been hearing a lot about. And you see companies now investing in certain technologies to help monitor these type of technologies as well. So thank you, Scott and Patrick, for contributing this news article to this episode. So this next article talks about how software reliability has become a key problem during 2021. And it just goes into detail on why site reliability engineering is so important and how it helps your team's performance when you get it correctly. And if you don't get it done correctly, how it actually impacts negatively the performance of your team. So definitely a good article to check out down below in the comments. Last up, security news. So this next article talks about how new research has shown that scanning automatically confirms 94% of direct impact vulnerabilities with 99.9.8 accuracy. And this article talks about how a global investor in application security released results of an extensive analysis of 6 years worth of real-world vulnerability data. And within the research, they found that NetSpot's proof-based scanning technology automatically confirmed 94% of direct impact vulnerabilities with a confirmation accuracy of 99.98. So in other words, only 0.02% were later found to be false positives. So it goes over some trends on why this is important, how security teams suffer from alert overload, how false positives and scan results cost time and money, and how manual vulnerabilities verification delays remediation and distracts from valuable security work. So definitely check out more of this study down below. Like I said, it's over 6 years. So definitely good data collected in this research. So this next article is by Tech Republic, how OWASP has updated their top 10 lists with a decade-old risk now in the #1 spot. And so this risk was first identified in 1996, and OWASP just published their software security problem to the first spot in the 2021 update of its top 10 lists. And if you go to the OWASP top 10 list, it goes into detail on what the top 10 security risks are, how they map to 2017, how they've been updated for 2021, and how the #1 is 94% of application tested for some of the broken access controls. What's really cool about OWASP, if you don't know, not only does it describe the risk, but it goes into detail on factors that cause it, overviews, descriptions, how to prevent, examples, references. So another must-know resource that you definitely should know, and a development that you should know about as well. So before we go, make sure to get your free Applitools account to discover how AI-based visual validation testing can help you and your teams in your testing efforts. Click on the link down below to get your free account now. So that's it for this episode of the TestGuild News Show. I'm Joe. My mission is to help you succeed with creating end-to-end full-stack automation awesomeness. As always, test everything and keep the good. Cheers.